Hi, everybody. Captain Lou here with another Extravagant Few Minutes live here on the Captain Lou Sports Network on YouTube, which we invite you to subscribe to get all of our great content now. And, of course, we're live on our Facebook page, which is the Captain Lou Extravaganza, and X at The Real Captain Lou. And excited to announce that we're partnering up with Michigan Sports and Entertainment. Check out their website, all the great content, great stories, videos, you name it, podcasts. Excited to be tag team partners with them. A lot of great things coming up in the next few months with that. So look for all that content as well. And of course, we are brought to you as always on the Extravaganza and our Extravagant Few Minutes by SeatGeek. They are the official secondary market of the Captain Lou Extravaganza. Use the promo code Captain Lou for $20 off your next purchase. That, of course, is SeatGeek. Great to be partnering with them again as well. All right, happy Sunday, everybody. June the 29th, 2025. The Red Wings are happy. They got their goaltender yesterday. John Gibson traded from the Anaheim Ducks to the Detroit Red Wings for Peter Mrazek and a second-round pick in 27, a fourth-round pick next year. Great trade for the Red Wings. They get their guy in goal. He'll be the goaltender until Kosa or potentially Trey Augustine from Michigan State is ready in a couple of years, or maybe the third-round pick they got yesterday from overseas. So Detroit gets Gibson. Big trade for the Red Wings as they now look forward maybe to some free agency moves as well. The draft itself, pretty good draft for the Red Wings yesterday. I really liked their fourth-round picks. They had two of them. They got Brent Solomon from the state of Minnesota high school kid who's going to be playing his collegiate hockey at Wisconsin. Big goal scorer, 76 goals in 75 games for Solomon. Played a little bit in the USHL, but my intel tells me that he's a gritty kid. He can really fire the puck, and he's really worked his tail off to get up to where he's at, a fifth round or a fourth round draft pick with the Red Wings. So excited to see what he brings. And also Michael Svracek. I know I probably butchered that name, from Slovakia. He's a gritty player as well. Fits the mold for the Red Wings, what they're looking forward to. So we'll have to wait and see. But as we mentioned, these picks take time. It's it's usually 4 to 5 years to see them develop. But future looks bright. Good draft for the Red Wings. But again, really really excited for the trade Detroit made, getting John Gibson, the goaltender from Anaheim, for Peter Mrazek and a couple of future picks in the draft in 26 and 27. All right, let's go to Major League Baseball. And the Detroit Tigers, a big win yesterday, 4 home runs, leading a 10-5 barrage over the Minnesota Twins to get the second game of the 3-game set. They dropped Friday night's opener 4-1 rather. So they'll look to take the season series tonight as Tariq Skubal will be on the hill. It's going to be ESPN's Sunday night national game of the week. The first time the Tigers have hosted a Sunday night baseball game since, I believe, 2017 or 2016. So the bright lights will be at Comerica Park tonight. But hey, don't look now, but Casey Mize for the Tigers is 8-2 on the campaign. 2.86 earned run average, 69 strikeouts, just 19 walks. He's won his last 3 starts for the Tigers. So pretty exciting for the Tigers. Tariq Skubal looking for his 10th win tonight. Casey Mize quietly now is 8-2 and really setting himself up in the rotation for the Tigers along with Skubal and Jack Flaherty. So 3 big guns for the Tigers as they head into the stretch drive coming up here in the dog days of summer. But again, a very exciting time for the Tigers. Tonight, they go for the series win, as I mentioned. Tariq Skubal on the mound, 7 o'clock, ESPN television, the national game of the week. We look at the standings in Major League Baseball. The Tigers with that win and the Guardians with the loss yesterday. The Tigers now 10.5 games up in the American League Central. The Twins now 11.5 back, and the Kansas City Royals are 12.5 back. In the American League East, the Yankees lost yesterday to the Athletics. Tampa Bay won. Watch out for the Rays. We talked about it a little bit a week and a half ago. They're only a half game out of first in the American League East, 47-36. They're playing probably the best baseball in the American League, along maybe with the Houston Astros. The Toronto Blue Jays are only 3 games out as well in the American League East. In the American League West, the Astros again 6.5 game lead over the Seattle Mariners. The Angels of Anaheim are at 7.5 back, and the Rangers are 8 out. In the American League East, the Phillies had a chance to extend their lead over the Mets, but they lost along with the Mets. They're still a half game up. The Braves, with the win last night over the Phillies, are now just 9.5 back. In the Central, the Cubs, the Brewers, and the Cardinals all won. So the Cubs lead over the Brewers is at 2 and 3.5 over the St. Louis Cardinals. And the Dodgers, their lead cut to 6 now over the San Diego Padres. They are now tied with the Tigers for the best record in all of Major League Baseball. All right, we're going to take a look at today in sports history and the birthdays. But again, a reminder that today's extravaganza and today's extravagant few minutes brought to you now by SeatGeek, the official secondary market of the extravaganza and the Captain Lou Sports Network. Use the promo code Captain Lou for $20 off your next purchase. So if there's a ball game you want to go to, the Tigers, anywhere Major League Baseball, soccer, you name it, the upcoming NFL preseason, it's just around the corner, CFL games, make sure you go to SeatGeek and use the promo code Captain Lou for $20 off your next purchase. All right, let's take an extravagant look at today in sports history. Back in 1984, Pete Rose played in his 3,309th Major League Baseball game, passing Carl Yastrzemski for the all-time leader in games played in Major League Baseball. In 1986, Sparky Anderson became the first Major League manager to win 600 games in both the American and the National League. In 1995, this one's for you, Rod Peterson, friend of the show, the Memphis Mad Dogs played their first CFL game, taking on the Calgary Stampeders. And in 1990, Dave Stewart no-hit the Toronto Blue Jays, and Fernando Valenzuela of the Dodgers no-hit the St. Louis Cardinals. First time there was a no-hitter on the same day in both the American and the National League. Birthdays today, born on this date, Theo Fleury, he turns 57. Pepper Johnson from the New York Giants, he turned 61. Pedro Guerrero, he turned 69. And longtime broadcaster, St. Louis Cardinal football legend and Michigan Wolverine, Dan Deerdorf, he turns 76. And born on this date, Harmon Killebrew in 1936. That's a look at today in sports history and today's birthdays. And also a melancholy rest in peace to the Cobra. Dave Parker, he passed away yesterday at the age of 74. There wasn't a player in Major League Baseball back in the 70s that played the game harder than Dave Kingman. A couple of World Series championships for him. Of course, one of the leaders of the We Are Family Pittsburgh Pirates back in the 1970s, then got another World Series ring for the 1989 Oakland A's. Dave Parker passed away at the age of 74. All right, that's going to do it for an extravagant few minutes brought to you by SeatGeek. Again, use the promo code Captain Lou for $20 off your next purchase. SeatGeek, the official secondary market of the Captain Lou Sports Network, the extravaganza, and an extravagant few minutes. Thank you, everybody, for welcoming us into your homes on your phones, iPhones, computers, laptops, however you watch us around the world here on the Captain Lou Sports Network. Enjoy your Sunday, everybody. This reminder, keep your heads up, keep your sticks down, keep your feet moving, and as always, keep your minds open. So long, everybody.